Hi, welcome to America 2.0. I'm Mark. How you doing? This is one coming from Shubat.com, Awareness and Action. The title is 4,000 Christians rise up, arm themselves, and are locked and loaded, ready to drive ISIS out. I believe this has to do with the situation in Syria with the Charbin Crusaders of the church that I wrote about a couple days ago, I believe. Don't quote me on it. Let me read. This comes from TED, February 4, 2015. So today's the 6th. It's only 2 days old. Good for them. 4,000 Christians in Iraq have trained themselves and locked and loaded, ready to drive ISIS out of the lands. John Michael, a British Assyrian who lives in Iraq, said, "This is our stand. If this fails, then Christianity will be finished in Iraq." I believe it's Saeed, but I'll say Sajad. Jihad, an expert in Iraq, had this to say on the new militia. It's also important to the locals to send a message to ISIS that they're not going to allow the demographic change to become permanent. The Assyrians want their land back, and they, as well as the Turkmen and the Yazids, are sending a message that we're going to come back and we're not going to leave our village and towns and our cultures to be destroyed. We want to come back to our homes no matter what we face. We're willing to fight and take that back. I think that's a positive message for the entire nation. Okay, so they had the ability at Shubat.com to interview the founders of the militia, and the video has been taken down. So I'm sorry, folks. I wanted to see it too. With this said, I'd like to present you a short essay on Christian militias, which is actually a chapter of the upcoming book, Christian Militianary, which will be the most exhaustive study ever written on the subject. I'm just going to read a little bit, folks. You know what? I'm going to skip what the book says for a moment. I'm just trying to read this as it is, and I'm trying to go back to the story. So, okay, the whole rest of this is pretty much on St. Thomas Aquinas, Peter Lombard, again, I'm very sorry. I wanted to read more on this too, but as you can see, the government decided to take down their video. So they don't even want to show Christians taking on ISIS. Okay, understand that. Look, I'll go back. Okay, here's the video. Here's the video they wanted us to watch to show that people in the Middle East are just trying to do what is necessary. And no matter who it is, whether it be the government, whether it be the website, whether it be the server, whether it be the publication of the site, whoever, the video has been taken down and doesn't seem to be going back up anytime soon. So 4,000 Christians are arming themselves in Iraq for a fight. We've seen the Crusaders of Charbin, I believe it was, the Russian Orthodox people of Christian faith that pushed out. I'm not going to remember the town, but I think it was. I think it was like. No, I'm not even going to be able to remember the town. But they pushed them out of Syria. These guys are in Iraq. These guys are pushing them out of Iraq. So everywhere you go now, you have little groups everywhere getting together and pushing these guys out. And, you know, everybody's saying, oh, no, 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 we don't want boots on the ground. We don't want boots on the ground. Well, one of the videos that I put out was on how the United Kingdom has British SAS on the ground. they had a two-man team. They were taking out jihadists, whether they be IS or others. They were going to go into a town and start making trouble. And two men firing at the motors of the vehicle and other things deterred the assault on the city that they were intending to damage. Now we see Christian militias in Syria. We see Christian militias forming in Iraq. So the Crusades, basically, I hate to use that word. I hate the word. I honestly do, because it didn't bring anybody any satisfaction. It bankrupted Britain. It bankrupted Israel. It bankrupted everybody. It killed hundreds of thousands of people on worthless fucking principles. And it doesn't matter whose crusades. If you're talking about, the French, the English, the Israeli, it doesn't matter who led the charge. They bankrupted themselves just doing this because of some book somewhere that said, hey, this is good for you. Go ahead and do this. It's on the order of God. But you see it in Iraq, you see it in Syria, so here you go, people. Another Christian jihad, or another Christian crusade video from Iraq this time instead of Syria. America 2.0 out, or not a video, news article. This came from Shubat.com.